Welcome to the One-to-One Learning Overview for students in grades 5 through 12 attending Misco Hill School and Nipmuc Regional High School in the Mendon-Upton Regional School District. During this presentation, we will go over the following items: history of one-to-one learning in the Mendon-Upton Regional School District, transforming instruction and 21st century skills, why iPads, the acceptable use policy, other documents and information regarding expectations of usage, and questions and concerns. What have we done? We started the program in the 2011-12 school year with half of the 7th grade. Gradually, the program grew to include all of Misco Hill School for the 2013-14 school year, and then included the high school for the 2014-15 school year. Currently, one-to-one learning is for grades 5 through 12 at both Misco Hill School and Nipmuc Regional High School. The students have used the iPads in many ways, including IXL for math and ELA grammar review and reinforcement, apps and services like Quizlet.com to create flashcards for study, Socrative and Kahoot for in-class quiz show-style reviews and formative assessments, Keynote and other presentation apps for engaging creative presentations, and services like Edmodo, Google Classroom, and Moodle to extend the classroom online. Teachers are excited to use the devices as part of class. They use the iPad as a tool to create engaging and collaborative lessons and to personalize instruction to focus on students' individual needs. Teachers have received a variety of professional development over the past several years. They've received summer professional development for planning, app sharing, and organization, PD throughout the year for training on various aspects of technology integration, along with support from technology specialists throughout the school years. They've been able to visit area schools that have already implemented or are going through a similar process to ours. They've received PD from Apple on free and easy-to-use tools available through iBooks Author and iTunes U. They've also received PD from outside organizations like EdTech Teacher on mobile learning and creative uses for a core group of apps on the iPad. The focus of one-to-one learning in our district is to focus on communicate, collaborate, and innovate. Using the iPad and other technological resources, we have established flexible and effective lines of communication through the school community. Teachers, students, and families are using iPads as well as their home computers, smartphones, and other devices to interact with each other and explore information that is useful in ensuring student success. iPads are an effective way at having students and teachers collaborate with each other on work, from using the commenting and editing features of Google Docs as part of the writing process, and having students work together using iMovie and Book Creator to create multimedia presentations and videos. The iPad has enabled students of all levels of ability and comfort to share their knowledge and experiences with others. Teachers and students across grade levels and subject areas have found new ways to explore content through online resources, use apps to design 3D models of figures and then print them using a 3D printer, and more. Students have demonstrated these new and engaging techniques through events such as the Community iFair, engineering fairs at each school, art shows, and other events throughout the school year. One-to-one learning focuses on preparing students for the careers of the future, many of which have not even been created yet. Encouraging students and giving them the tools they need to be creative and innovative will help them in this preparation. Teachers see the iPad as a tool to help them transform their instruction. They have worked diligently to move resources, content, and instruction practices to make use of the technology available. This is done from simple substitution. For example, taking a PDF worksheet that may have been used in geography and having students use apps like Notability or Adobe Reader to mark up and edit the worksheet, to advanced redefinition. For example, instead of completing that PDF worksheet, using Google Earth to create a narrated guided tour of the material that would have been completed on the worksheet. There have also been pragmatic considerations that we've taken into account, such as a commitment to going paperless, using apps like Notability and graphing calculator apps to use one device to accomplish many things. We also have a commitment as a school to use our e-textbooks along with our hard copy textbooks through Pearson, to address the current standards that we have in education. We also have online PARCC assessment, which will be coming up in the 2015-16 school year. Why have we chosen to use iPads specifically? There are some features of the iPad that set it apart from some of the other devices that are out there, including a high-resolution display, a very low weight of just 1 pound, a powerful CPU, exceptional graphics and video taking capabilities using the iSight camera, extended battery life, multiple apps, and a continually growing app store with lots of different apps available for student and teacher use, the ability to create engaging and interactive ebooks using iBook Author and other tools to create these books, and the feature of having the ability to automatically back up data on the iPad to iCloud in the case of a technical malfunction or a need for the iPad to go into repair. We've elected not to do a BYOD, Bring Your Own Device program, incorporating other devices like Android tablets or Windows laptops for multiple reasons. One, we want the teachers to be able to support the devices in the classroom. If there are multiple devices used, the teachers would have to know how to fix a problem on an iPad, on an Android device, on a Windows machine, and more. By using one device, we only have to support one device, and that just makes it easier for everybody. iPads have a standardized operating system that allows much more consistent management capabilities. It allows us to use our mobile device management system to disable or turn off certain features that may cause a distraction or be something that a student does not need to use. There are lots of kid-friendly accessories available for the iPad to protect it, including OtterBox cases and other sturdy cases that we use with the kids, and also external keyboards to use for students who are uncomfortable typing on the screen. There's a very consistent rate of usage for the iPads. There are very few instances where an iPad just malfunctions for technical reasons, which results in a more consistent user experience. Crashing apps and features not functioning properly do not generally occur on an iPad on a regular basis. And because we're just using one device, there's less of a learning curve for teachers and students. They're all on the same platform, so they can easily help each other. There are 3 guiding documents that you and your child can consult regarding policies, procedures, and expectations with using iPads at school. The Acceptable Use Policy, the Procedures and Expectations document, and the School Handbook. This slide will provide a brief overview of some of the key points found in these documents. You and your child are encouraged to review these documents more carefully at your convenience. In-school filters. All devices on the school network, including iPads that connect through Wi-Fi and computers that are directly connected to the network through Ethernet, are subject to the SIPA-compliant District Internet Filter. The filter provides general protection for students, staff, and all users on the network from accessing inappropriate content. Websites can be added or removed from the district blacklist, which is a list of sites that should not be accessed, and whitelist, which is a list of sites that are able to be accessed, depending on the usage habits and needs of the users on the network. Sites such as YouTube, for instance, may go on and off the filter because although there are videos on YouTube that are distracting and may be inappropriate, there is some content on YouTube that teachers find value in showing the students. The technology department has the ability to make these changes, and sites on both the blacklist and the whitelist are reviewed on a regular basis. Cyberbullying and harassment. The district takes cyberbullying and harassment extremely seriously, and the policies and procedures regarding this can be found in the District Bullying Prevention and Intervention Plan. The principals and guidance counselors review this information with students at various times throughout each school year at assemblies and other student gatherings. The schools also set up visits with the Worcester County District Attorney's Office to review the laws about bullying, as well as the dangers of posting personal information online and social responsibility on sites like Facebook, Snapchat, and other social media. The teachers also work with students throughout the year to promote healthy online habits, as well as act as a resource for students when there is a concern of potential cyberbullying. Spamming. The issue of traditional spamming, which is the mass emailing of people unsolicited information or other content, has decreased in recent years, but does occasionally come up. If a student is is contacting another student or a group of students and the content of the message is inappropriate or unwanted, the students are encouraged to report it to a teacher, guidance counselor, or other trusted adult. School-owned iPads have iMessage restricted on the device, and official student-to-student and student-to-teacher communication should only occur through email so that each message is properly archived and filtered. There are, however, a wide variety of available social media outlets that potential communication could occur. Social media apps like Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. are not permitted to be installed on school-owned iPads. Personally owned devices, including student smartphones, should be monitored at home closely for responsible usage by each child. Plagiarism. Teachers work closely with students to prevent instances of plagiarism. If instances of plagiarism occur, teachers will work with the student, parent, guidance counselors, and administration to address the issue in an age-appropriate manner. Effective research procedures, as well as formats for citing references in student work, are reviewed by teachers on a regular basis. School media specialists also incorporate this as part of the work done in the library. No iPad zones. Generally, there are 4 no iPad zones in the school. iPads should not be brought to the gym during phys ed classes, the cafeteria for lunch and recess, and used on the bus because of the potential for damage in each of these locations. Also, students should not be using iPads while walking from class to class because of the potential of damage to the devices in the hallways. No iPad zones are clearly posted in the areas of the schools. Students are encouraged to store their iPad in their locked locker when the iPad is not in use, and they expect to be in one of the no iPad zones of the school. Charged iPads. Students are expected to have their iPads charged and ready for use each school day. Parents are encouraged to develop a daily charging routine and keep a charging station in a location other than the student's bedroom to prevent unmonitored and lengthy usage overnight. School-related apps will be installed on school-owned iPads by a technology staff member prior to the start of the school year. Updates and additional apps may be added at various points throughout the school year. No personal Apple IDs or apps may be installed on school-owned devices. Personally owned devices may have whatever apps parents deem appropriate on the iPad. Please note that if personally owned iPads have games, social media, or other distracting content on them, teachers, technology staff, or administration may be in contact with parents to address the iPad as a distraction in school and make a plan for how to manage it. In addition to the general rules outlined in the 3 main guiding documents, teachers may set up their own additional rules and procedures in their classrooms. Students are expected to adhere to these rules as with any other rules there are in the classroom. All devices, school-owned and personally owned, will be enrolled in the Mobile Device Management System, or MDM. The MDM is used to distribute apps and other content to students, as well as monitor and restrict school-owned devices. Except in extreme situations, the MDM will not be used to monitor content or restrict personally owned devices. Again, as a reminder, this overview was simply that, an overview, and not a comprehensive look at all the possible scenarios, situations, or problems that may arise from inappropriate iPad use. Please see the aforementioned documents for greater detail, or be in contact with the school staff with your concerns. Please see the Questions/Concerns page as part of the iOrientation to submit any questions or concerns. Questions or concerns will be addressed in upcoming blog posts on the One-to-One Learning blog found on the MURSD website.